Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to The Sims 3 Aquarium Floor Walkway Speed Build. That was a mouthful. Also, I am still at the very tail end of my cold, so if my voice still sounds a little bit scratchy, I apologize, but it's about time I recorded this video because I actually have not recorded a new video in 3 weeks, believe it or not. Luckily, I had a backlog of videos that I've been posting for you guys because, well, pretty much anything that could have went wrong, did go wrong. So yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to record. I'm sure you guys know I pretty much only get the chance to on Monday. So if something comes up on Monday, or if I get sick like I did last week, I can't record. So I'm so happy to be back and in full force. Like I said, I'm at the very tail end of my cold, so I feel like I'm 90% better, maybe 95% better. So hopefully this is completely gone in about a day or so, but I'm feeling good enough to record. So hi, how have you guys been? Well, okay, I did record that tiny little raccoon, I say that word funny sometimes, the little raccoon let's play. I don't know what that was, but yeah, you probably could tell my voice sounds a little bit better since then. But anyway, let's talk about today's video because I am super excited about this build. Now, as the title says, and as I said in the beginning, this has an aquarium floor walkway, and that's the best way that I can describe it because I guess I don't know what it's technically called. It's aquarium. It's an aquarium under the floor, so you could walk over it, which is so freaking cool. I can't remember where I saw this idea. I'm sure I've seen it on some sort of home design show. I don't know. I don't think there was anything really recent that prompted this idea, but I did think of it, and I wanted to, of course, figure out how to do it because it's not something that is super easy or self-explanatory to figure out. So oh gosh, I feel like I'm all over the place. First of all, the reason you saw me redo the house, like I built it, the floor plan, and then I redid it because I realized it needed to be in a foundation. So basically, I was playing around with pools and ponds and fountains and stuff for literally an entire weekend trying to figure out how to make this work so that the sim could actually walk over it and that you could place furniture if you want. And maybe I'll make like a more in-depth tutorial at another time. I don't want to make this entire video about how I made it, but basically I just did a lot of playing around till I finally figured it out. So it is basically the feature of this entire home. So as soon as you come in, which you'll see obviously at the end, which by the way, at the end, I'm going to be doing a mini house tour. It's super short, but I figured that'd be better than screenshots. Screenshots are great, but being able to just like zoom through the house at sim eye level so you can see everything and how it's all laid out is also a really cool way of doing it. So if you guys prefer that, the house tour over the speed build, let me know. Of course, it's not like a full in-depth house tour because those could take me like an hour. You guys know that. Most of my house tour videos are like 20 minutes and up. But yeah, if you like the little mini house tours at the end instead of screenshots, let me know because I think they're cooler. But if you guys don't like them, then I'm not going to waste my time. Screenshots are obviously easier, but I like the cooler route. So going back to this pond thingy, I figured out the pond was so much better than trying to build a pool because the pool is too tall and then you kind of have to be on the second floor to be above it, which you can do. You can do it with a pool. Like I said, I don't want to go too crazy in depth. Oh gosh, why not? None of it will really make sense because like you just saw me build it. That's all it was. It was that quick. And since this is a speed build, it looked like it was super fast. But basically, I had to use the flooring from, I think it's Into the Future. It's technically like a carpet that's kind of see-through. And by putting those lights from Bug right over on top of it, it just really highlights it that much more. So you can do that, but the problem is your sim doesn't necessarily walk over it. And I'm pretty sure you can't place furniture on top. I'm not positive about that, but well, I think you could place it, but I don't think the sims can get to it. I don't think it's routable. So what I figured out was, and you'll see it a little bit later in the video, you have to actually take fencing, which I use I think it's called like the fee-fi-fo fence. I don't know. It's like the really small one that I use a lot for like outlining a driveway or outlining a path so that I could lay tile down. It's just like a very clean line. Basically, I used that to go over the floorboards, and that makes the sim be able to walk on it and you be able to place furniture on it. But like I said, if you guys want a tutorial, let me know. I can absolutely make one for you. And the little fishies are from Buy Debug. So if you go into Buy Debug, you can put a fish spawner in there so that, I don't know, it's a really cool effect. I don't want to ruin it completely, but like, yeah, when we do the little house tour at the end, you'll see it in its full glory. And it's pretty spectacular if you ask me. And of course, I'm going to say that because I made it, but I'm really proud of it because, like I said, it took me so long to figure it out. And now that I figured it out, I love it. And don't be surprised if you see one in like every house from now on. Oh boy. I love aquariums. I love ponds. I love pools. I love water. I am crazy about them. A weird thing about me though, I don't like fish. That sounds super crazy, okay? Because you guys know I'm obsessed with seahorses and mermaids, which yes, mermaids are real. Don't try to tell me they're not. But the reason I say I don't like fish is because, okay, I'm scared of them. If I was in the ocean and a fish like came near me or rubbed on my leg, which has happened before, I would scream and run, which has happened before, and never go back in again, which I don't. B, I don't like to eat them. First of all, that's kind of gross. And second of all, like, why would you eat a fish? That's so mean. Like, I don't know, some cultures eat seahorses or use them in fertility medicine, which is horrible because, like I said, I'm obsessed with seahorses and it just makes me cry to even think about it. So let's not talk about that. And then C, they're just like, I don't know, they're weird and slimy. So that being said, I don't want to eat fish. I don't want to swim with fish and I don't want to touch fish. But here's the weird thing. I love looking at them. I love observing them. I love aquariums. I love seeing them in their natural habitat. I love everything else about them, which again makes no sense. I know I'm weird. I'm really weird. But hopefully that describes, like, hopefully that gets the point across of what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, I don't want to touch them, but I want to look at them. Gosh, I'm weird. And then I've told my seahorse story before, so I won't bore you with that one. But basically, I thought seahorses were make-believe until I was 16 years old because I always saw them pulling a mermaid's chariot in movies and film. And so I just assumed they were mythical too. But mermaids aren't mythical, so neither of them are mythical. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, so when I found out they were real, I became instantly obsessed. So I'll try to talk about the build a little bit because I skipped over that, but you can kind of see it right now, or you did a second ago. The very front of the house is that giant aquarium as well. So we have the floor aquarium and the wall aquarium, and the wall aquarium does have seahorses in it. That's why I'm talking about them. And I have to make sure to go back and read that description about the window wall aquarium thing again, because I'm pretty sure at one point I read it and it said that the fish inside of it were mechanical. I don't even know if I made that up or not, but yeah, whether they are or whether they're like real Sims fish, either way, I love them. I love them so much. And I have another cool trick you can do with those where actually I think my friend Jenny, shout out to Jenny. Is she the one? Jenny, are you the first one that I like freaked over when you did the aquarium in the house? Like basically she or someone else or a couple people, I don't know, they would make the wall like I have it with the aquariums and then build another wall in front of it with the aquariums, and then in the middle put plants and flowers and cool wallpaper to actually make it look like a giant aquarium. It's really cool. I could do a tutorial if you want to see that as well, but aquariums are so cool. Oh, so cool. And we already like sped through it, but those windows that I used with the little bubbles on them, oh my gosh, to die for. I must say this is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. And yes, I say that like every single time, but I mean it this time. Like this is by far my favorite build I've ever done. And the house is super modern, almost borderline futuristic. And I'm not going to take credit for the floor plan because I did see this. I've mentioned this before, and I'm actually recreating some of these floor plans in The Sims 4. But at one point, there was this post going around that had, I don't know, 50 or 60 different floor plans laid out, like different photos that are from all different types of sources. Like someone compiled them all and I downloaded it. So I have all these photos I can refer to if I need inspiration. So this floor plan was heavily taken from one of those photos. Again, I don't know where the source came from, so I can't really, I don't know. I wish I could credit whoever made it because it's freaking amazing. But I, of course, put my own spin on it and added things. I added, my type of furnishing, and the whole like right hand side of the house is kind of made up. Like I said, I use that inspiration heavily, but it's not an exact duplicate by any means. So right now we are working on the backyard. So I did decide to put another little pond out here. And again, I'm going to go into Buy to Bug and get more of the fish spawners so that we actually have little koi and, God, I said that weird, koi fish. And I think that's it. I don't know, but there's some cute fishies in there too. Okay, so here I am with the fencing, doing like I don't even know what you call it. I just went over the floor literally with the fencing. Now the sim can actually walk on it, walk through it. And you can actually place furniture. I don't know if the furniture will glitch out because I did test it, not in this house, but when I was playing around with it, I did test putting furniture on top, and the sim would go to it, like she would go to the couch, but then she wouldn't come off the couch. She was acting like she was unroutable. So, do it at your own risk, but if you just want to walk over it, you definitely can. And back to the backyard. So I'm adding a bar out here because why not? And this is actually the 70s bar, but the cool little circles on it reminded me of bubbles, and I think it just matches the windows very nicely. So I upgraded it. I made it all white with a little bit of neon green around it to make it look again more modern and futuristic. Now we're working on the kitchen, which the kitchen is relatively small for a house of this size, but that was part of the floor plan that I saw, and I liked it. I like keeping it small, so I kept it small. And I added like the dining room right there in between the kitchen and the walkway, but I really wanted the walkway to be one giant open feature. I wanted it to be like the focal point, the showpiece of the entire house. So that's why I didn't really do anything around it, and that's why the kitchen ends up being so small. But like I said, I'm not mad. Here I'm going into the cheats menu to disable snapping to slots on Alt so that I can move the counters closer together, because I hate that the bar counters never actually connect to the regular counters, because of course you're going to want to make it look like an island and like one giant piece that flows. I don't understand why you can't do that. So by using that cheat, you can then push them closer together by also using the move object on cheat. And yeah, then you can make it look like one cohesive unit. And some of these tiny little decorations are store content. I'm not, maybe not. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't know. I try not to use a lot of it, but I do have a lot of it. I have so much of it. You might see me using more of it. And I apologize for that, but I really try to make sure that it's nothing structural to the house. And if it is, I will definitely point it out. But I'm pretty sure this house is pretty free of it. There might be a couple decor items here and there, but for the most part, this house is just regular expansion packs and stuff packs that you can buy. Again, I use all of them. I don't really differentiate between them. So yeah, if you want to know specifically which ones were used in this build, which honestly were probably all of them because I don't know, you can check the download link, which I will have in the description below, through the Sims 3 exchange, and that download link, when you click on it, will tell you exactly what packs were used to make this. But it's probably mostly Into the Future and Seasons, if I had to guess just off the top of my head. But again, I just I do what I want. Sorry. The only time I only use specific expansion packs is if someone specifically requests that in a build. So that's why I don't really limit myself otherwise. And my computer can handle it, so why not? I want everything. I'm greedy. I want all of it. So that backsplash I just did was actually a metal texture, which looks more like a mirrored texture, which you'll see when I do the actual house tour. You'll get a much better look at that. But I think it was a really cool effect, if I must say so myself. And now working on this dining table, I really thought by having that disable snapping to grid thing and move objects on thing that I could layer the plants on top of each other, but I might be wrong. Maybe you can only do that when it's on the floor. I think if it's on a table, you have to use one of the slots regardless. So if there is another way to do that, let me know, because I would love to know. But I was trying to combine the orchids into the cherry blossom plant because I wanted to make it like one cool centerpiece, and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me, so I just put them next to it instead. And this is another bar. I wanted one inside of the house as well, and I actually made it just flat up against the wall, which I'm pretty sure the Sims can still use it. Like, they can't actually walk up to the counter, obviously, because it's facing the wall, but they could walk up to the back part of it and make their drink that way. So it is able to be used in a smaller space. And now this is one of the 2 bedrooms. There's basically 2 master bedrooms. This house doesn't like really have one master, like one big one and one small one. They're both pretty much the same size, and they both have their own bathroom. So again, kept it really modern and futuristic like in here. I don't know. I love it. It's so cool. It's not like my taste, like it is a taste or a style, I should say, that I really, really appreciate and love and holds a very special place in my heart. But I do tend to gravitate more towards traditional or even more like Victorian type stuff. But I absolutely love the modern. And when I do modern, I like these really clean lines. I love lots of whites and silvers and light blues, and just keeping it very open and airy and cool geometric shapes. Like that is really what modern, like super modern, means to me. And that's why I really decorated this way. And the other weird kind of thing is that bathroom in both of the bedrooms, there's not a door. So like the bedroom just opens up into the bathroom, which I think is really cool because, again, keeping that an open, airy, flowing space, you don't really want a bunch of walls and doors in the way. And since the bathrooms are technically inside of the bedrooms, you still have your privacy. And they each have their own. So, I mean, no one's really going to use them unless you have guests over, because actually I didn't create a guest bathroom now that I think about it. But that's okay. If you have guests over, you can still lock the bedroom door if you're using the bathroom. So it makes sense. It made sense to me, at least. And now this is the second bedroom. So again, they're pretty much the same size. They might be slightly different, but they're pretty much the same size. And in this one, I went with more industrial type side tables with those little ones from Fastlane, I believe. I don't know. They have that cool metal print on them, and I thought it just went very well with all of the colors and tones that I was using and the materials. And now I'm working on the bathroom. I almost said kitchen. The bathroom in the second bedroom. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been talking this much without coughing. Oh man, every time I've tried to record a video, because trust me, I tried while I was sick, I couldn't get through it. I just started heavily coughing, just nonstop coughing. So I'm really proud of myself right now. And I know I'm talking super fast, and I know it sounds like I'm out of breath, and it's not because I'm talking fast. Well, I mean, I am talking fast, but the out of breath part is not because I'm talking fast, because if you are not new to this channel, you know that I talk fast. And if you are new to this channel, I probably sound crazy. But the reason it sounds like I'm out of breath is because, like I said, I'm still at the tail end of my cold. I said that 3 times now, but that's why it's me not being able to breathe, just because I can't breathe, not because I'm talking super fast. Although talking super fast probably isn't helping me right now. And now I feel like I'm ranting. So let's talk about the house instead. I had that desk flipped over backwards, and it took me a while to figure it out. That's why I couldn't get the chair to actually snap into it. But once I figured it out, I just flipped it over, and there you go. We have a little home office. And this room, weirdly enough, actually has 2 easels. Well, one's an easel and one is a drafting board. Actually, maybe they are different things. I think you can sketch on one and paint on the other. So never mind. I was going to say it has 2, but I think they're technically 2 different skills. Maybe, maybe not. But this is one of 2 balconies. It's not really a balcony because the floor is on the floor. The house is on a foundation. I guess it's more of like a deck or a patio, but that's one coming off the kitchen, and then you could see the other one kind of right now on the right-hand side coming off the living room. So there is 2 outdoor living spaces on top of that hot tub area that you saw, which, oh my gosh, I should have put a barbecue grill out there. Why didn't I think of that? Well, that's okay. You can put one out there, or you could just enjoy the hot tub and a bonfire. You know what? You could roast marshmallows and hot dogs over the bonfire, so you don't really need a barbecue, although you can't really roast hot dogs in The Sims on the bonfire, which you should be able to. Can you? I'm pretty sure you can't, but that would be cool. Oh, dang, that would be cool. Oh, why didn't they add it to The Sims 4? That's a great idea. That would be so much fun. Maybe you can. I know you can cook fish on it, I think. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. You can tell I build more than I play. Oh, okay, but anyways, now we're on to the exercise room, and it took me a minute to figure out what to do in here, and I was like, okay, I can maybe make it a nursery, but this doesn't really seem like a house. Oh my god, we're getting to the end. It doesn't seem like a house for kids, so I just made it into an exercise room, and now we're at the hot tub, and the hot tub is just not symmetrical, and it drove me crazy, so I found a plant that looked like it fit in, and I placed it there, and now we're onto the house tour. Yay, mini house tour. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna calm down a bit, but here we are, just going all the way down through the house from the outside so that you can see that awesome wall aquarium. We also have the 2 fancy sport cars out here, which I was kind of getting to this and just kind of really quickly went over it. But yeah, this is definitely like a party house or a bachelorette pad. Anyways, now we're onto the walkway. Ta-da! I'm so proud. Look at the fishies. Look at the fishies. We're walking over the fishies. We're walking on top of the fishies. The fishies are underneath us. I have no idea how you're going to feed them, but they're there. And I had to go forward and back so you could really see it because I'm really proud of it. I wish I had a horn right now because I would toot it. Alrighty. So here is a view of the kitchen a little bit better. Like I was talking about, you can now see the lighting underneath the cabinets and that cool metallic mirrored looking backsplash. Which, oh my God, I can't breathe now. Well, I couldn't breathe before, but I really can't breathe now. Thank gosh this video is almost over. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys are never going to watch me again. Anyways, here is that one of the 2 balconies with the little chess table. And now we're going back in through the kitchen and we're going to take a little left turn, a little hook around the corner, and we're going to go right into the exercise room. So this one is mirrored pretty much all the way around except for the wall that has the windows. But yeah, those windows are so fun, so fun. I've always wanted to use them and now I did. Yay! So here's the office / art studio where I have the desk in the middle and the bookcases on the side for symmetry because we all know I love symmetry. So walking back down towards the walkway, we have our little bar, our little console table, and our living room. And oh my gosh, these metallic chairs are to die for. I don't even think I recolored them. Like I think that's just how they came. Oh, they're so much fun. So much fun. All right, so now we're going into master bedroom number 1, and yeah, you saw all of this already, but it's so much cooler to go through it at this angle. Oh, and that plant is like a hologram, so now that we're touring the house and not just building it, I was able to turn it on. I'm not sure if it was on while we were building, it might have been, but yeah, this bathroom is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, whoever lives here is going to have to be a neat freak because you will see every fingerprint on every surface. And there's our fishies again. Hi, fishies. Hi, little baby fishies. Hello. Hello. I don't know how you would feed them. I don't know. All right. I don't know. Maybe they'll eat each other. Oh God, that got really morbid. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's bedroom number 2. And again, the bathrooms have no doors, but gosh, this looks so cool. This is so cool. And look, way back here, the toilet just has its own little wall. Oh man, I love this. I love this house. I love this house. Hi again, fishies. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my gosh, I'm such a proud mama. I am such a proud fishy mama. All right, going back out these doors, we're going to go back out to a patio number 2, and this one just has a couple of cute little seating areas, and this little wine glass nectar thingy is store content. Now we're going to go down the stairs, like how I angled the camera to make it look like we were walking down. Man, I'm getting good at this house tour thing. There's our other second pond with some more koi fish and probably goldfish. I don't know. There's fish. Lots of cute fish. Cute to see, not to touch. Don't touch them. All right, so here's our bar and our hot tub with that little plant that I added to, oh my gosh, that was loud. The little plant I added to make it look better and more symmetrical, and our bonfire. And zoom back into another shot of the walkway as I do my outro. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching and dealing with my scratchy voice and dealing with my insanity as I gush over this awesome aquarium floor walkway house. There's my seahorsey. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next video, and this house will be for download in the description below. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!